viewers, the Commonwealth of Britain is falling to pieces because of immigration. And I was just speaking to my partner, we're trying to figure all this out. And what the politicians are doing basically is, with immigration, they're allowing these people in, not an attack on the people. It's got to do with culture and ideology manifesting where it shouldn't. They're more or less setting little bombs in communities. And when the bomb blows up, they're going, oh, sorry, that shouldn't have happened. But they're the ones that have caused it. The consequential violations experienced by national citizens with immigration saturation. One of the greatest political failures of the modern Western world is the tendency to measure immigration primarily through economic statistics while ignoring the lived consequences borne by ordinary citizens. The public experiences policy through exposure to risk, exposure to disorder, exposure to uncertainty, exposure to violence. And the consequences are not confined to budget papers, parliamentary debates, or immigration reports. They are experienced in human bodies, human minds, human families. And when a violent offender attacks an innocent civilian, the immediate injury is obvious. The deeper injuries are often invisible. A woman who survives an assault may never again feel safe walking alone. A child who witnesses violence may never carry fear into adulthood. A husband who loses his wife to a random attack experiences a life sentence of grief. A parent who buries a son does not recover through political explanations. And a survivor with facial injuries, brain trauma, nerve damage, or permanent disability like Steve Ogilvie in Ireland may spend decades living with the decision made by people they never even met nor knew. That's catastrophic immigration. The political class discusses policy, the citizens absorb consequences. The consequences extend beyond physical injury. They include PTSD, hypervigilance, fear of public spaces, social withdrawal, loss of employment, family stress, relationship breakdown, depression, anxiety, spiritual crisis, loss of trust in the establishments. And these harms spread outward. The victim suffers, the family suffers, the witnesses suffer, the communities suffer, and the nation absorbs the physical cost. This is why citizens increasingly reject the language being used as isolated incidences. An isolated incident may be statistically isolated. Its consequences are not. One catastrophic attack can permanently alter dozens of lives. One death creates a circle of grief that expands across generations. One preventable act of violence can destroy trust in public institutions for years. And the central accusation increasingly directed toward Western governments is therefore not simply that mistakes were made. It is that foreseeable risks were taken and tolerated. And citizens expect government to minimize avoidable danger. They expect serious screening, serious enforcement, serious deportation mechanisms where legally justified, and serious assimilation expectations. Serious protection of public order. When those systems fail, citizens begin asking whether the state has remained faithful to its first duty and the protection of its people, which it hasn't, and that question becomes more severe when a citizen suffers irreversible harm, even death, that many believe could have been prevented. At that point, the debate ceases to be administrative, it becomes moral. Because every preventable death, every preventable maiming, every preventable trauma asks the same question: was this consequence unavoidable? Or is it the price paid by a citizen for a failure of political stewardship as a result of political abuse?